back, bitch.
It's the return of the motherfucking rain train.
Tim, I missed you, buddy. How are you?
Missed you too, man. I hope you had a really great vacation.
Brother, I feel rejuvenated.
Yeah, that's impressive because when you're a man taking your entire family on a trip, that's a lot of work, dude. That's monk-like.
Dude, any dad that enjoys a family vacation is a serial killer. But the real pleasure comes in when you get home and you see the satisfaction in everybody's faces. Like, wow, we're refreshed right now.
They're all tired like puppies at the end of a long walk.
I felt great coming back, and then a couple days ago, I took a bunch of mushrooms, worked out a bunch of things, and I feel like I'm on the right track.
What kind of dose? I hate to bog this down. I mean, obviously, this is what I really like. What kind of dose are we talking about?
I took a couple grams of chocolate.
Couple grams?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
way to go.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
For me. So, because usually if I take some, I microdose, but like this was more than I
You're in peak condition right now.
I feel great.
You're mentally primed.
I feel great, man. I was so excited to come here. On top of knowing Shaner was coming today, dude, reconnecting with Poon Daddy Mayo.
I feel like I'm sitting next to a fucking god right now.
Dude, these
I
are
feel fucking wild.
The two titans of twat. Under the same roof.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Mayo.
Little hapless plug, dude. Yours truly can handle you with those that medicinal mushrooms.
Thank you, man. Dude,
I actually got great ideas for the future. Because you think they're for PTSD, and like I was actually doing. I got in my 7 backpacks full of notes. I also have some stuff on me, like I was trying to break down my own mental situation, and I was thinking, I'm like, well, who's got a lot of PTSD? Like cops, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, imagine you pull that one off. Like, you're the guy who supplies the cops with mushrooms.
You're the dude that gets all the cops to trip, and then they...
Dude, you're going to be 9-1 fun.
LSPD? Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yes, dude. Let's fucking go.
All right, that's
I
what I'm
am,
saying.
if anyone's interested, though, I am sitting on probably about maybe like 80 hits. Like, I found a backlog. Like,
Wait, you found 80 hits?
When I moved out of my girl's house, I was like, and I'm in the freezer, because the flavor ice pops, dude. I fucking tear through. I need like 100. So I'm like, dude's gonna take like an egg McMuffin or something, like keep it. Like, oh, I bought this, I was just like, I want my freeze pops, and I'm in the bottom of the freezer. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my god!
And I thought it was
Damn.
paperwork, like still that nobody ever took off after 30 years
In the freezer,
in the garage. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's right. It was my safety packaging, so our nephews didn't get it, and it was duct taped to the back of the freezer. I'm like,
oh yeah, dude.
Put in manila envelope labeled
there's at least like 65 hits.
Some people
Like
find
7
cherished memories of like family members in a fucking move. He finds 90 hits of acid. He's like, I remember these days.
No, they found him.
Fuck yeah.
Well, tell you what, there's a lot of good. It's very relaxing when you don't get your identity stolen and you don't have anything. I'm like, cool. So all I had to worry about was my van, a big giant gym bag of mushrooms, and the little, like, you don't want the acid to really have outside moisture or nothing. You try to keep it fresh as you can.
Right.
So I would keep it in
keep it dry, keep it out
underground electric junction box with like the seal on it. I'm like, nice.
Dude,
That way, even if they found it, they would have to unscrew 4 screws. It only takes about
At that point,
a minute
they
and a half,
earned it.
but it still sucks.
for sure.
So I'm like, oh, well, who cares? Whatever's in there, fucking leave it. I'm not doing that shit.
So now let's get this pilot program started. We need to get this into the hands and mouths of cops.
His
They
fucking
already know.
identity
They
gets
already know.
stolen, and he's gonna take mushrooms. He's Jason Bourne again. He's fucking losing it.
Yeah, seriously.
You're coming the fuck back, man.
Yeah, I had done lost it.
Dude, I'm glad to see you.
Me too.
I hadn't seen you in forever, and then I saw that you sent me a friend request on Facebook, and it's like getting a friend request from like your dad. You're like, oh fuck, I didn't even know you had this. How the fuck are you on this? And I was like, fucking accept immediately. And I was hoping it would be like you, like sitting on a yacht, like, yo, I'm fucking living this shit up. Got 90 hits of acid.
In a van with a duffel bag full of mushrooms is pretty close to being on a
That
yacht,
is
though.
pretty fucking sick.
Like, yeah, then the photo gets a little bigger, and it's just a fucking boat parked out front of someone's house.
Every picture of you is just from the waist up, and when it's down, it's just your dick fully out in front of someone's yard. Just like, I live here now. I'm like, get the fuck out.
Dude, I would say it's been about 8 years since I've seen you, Joe.
Well, I did Jackaboo's open mic, and he's like, when's the last time you're on
I'm sorry,
stage?
I'm sorry. I realized now Jackaboo is a name. I just thought you were saying something very racist for half of a second.
It's a real person's name.
Yeah, anyone, first of all,
Another white boy came down to the Jackaboo open mic.
This was a nice open mic till the Jackaboos moved in.
that's another thing. It was on there. It was the University of Oregon has something. It's like they fuck with your systems because they want to make you not racist. I'm like, who the fuck's racist, motherfucker?
Wait,
Like,
what is the University of Oregon doing?
it's all that clickbait shit. Whatever. But I'm like,
okay.
but it's like.
Did you take a test to
They'll
find out how racist you were? Is that what you did?
On my van, right? On my van, I fucking hacker hunter.
Because the University
and I threw a picture of I should have a picture. I have a picture of a machete on it.
The University of Oregon is a historical Jackaboo university.
Dude. Oh man, what a wild ride, man.
So you had your identity fully stolen. You're at the mercy of the hackers.
Well, no, I'm getting stuff back now, but it's like, I think someone was assuming my shit. I got a prostectomy. They're like, they call me, they're like, oh, I'm like, no, unless an alien sucked it out of my ass when I was sleeping, I did not have a prostectomy. And there's stuff that I know that I'm not going to say yet, like people I ran into, total stranger by my storage unit. It's like, hey, anything you need, you let me know. And he's like, I'm like, all right, what's up, man? How you doing? Just, who the fuck is
He was also selling
right?
mushrooms.
And he goes, and he's like,
prostectomy.
and he goes, all right, here hurts a little bit. And I didn't think nothing of it. And about a month after that, I get a call from the insurance company, like, oh, how was your stay? And I'm like, oh. So I'm thinking like, and I had an old computer in that storage unit with my old phone. They were off, but that don't mean shit.
So you're saying this dude was looking for some sort of elective surgery and he raided your storage unit?
No, I don't think he
assumed your
raided my.
identity.
However it was, I don't know. I don't know if it's signals or whatnot, but I'm like, it's very odd that someone who, let's fair to say, doesn't seem like their, paperwork is in order to be in this country.
Oh, he's hanging around a storage unit. Yeah, it's not going great.
No,
for him.
he parks it like they have parking for like certain businesses. He's got like a
Fucking tailgating.
big
It's
tree,
fucking fine.
a big tree truck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm like, but it's like where?
So
do
wait,
we
who
begin?
elects to get a prostectomy? Who?
I didn't even know they removed
Yeah, I didn't even know they did. Wait, is that what it is?
A prostectomy. He didn't have a prostate. He's not like removing prostitutes from his body.
Now, let me rephrase that. The thing that makes you not
That's
piss
called
every
getting
5 minutes, not the sphincter, the prostate.
Yeah, we had to remove 80% of Desiree.
Full prostectomy. 80% of death.
Yeah, but apparently, well, if it's got cancer, it's like I just found out. They give women, they call them dust and cleanings.
No, what is that?
It's like a household name for we're gonna pull all the fucking shit out of your snatch before it gets cancer. Like you remember what about Bob Wiley? If I have Tourette's, I can't get it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, well, let's just pull your cunt out of your fucking undercarriage, and then you can't get cancer on your snatch.
Yeah, I think
because it's-
Angelina Jolie did that with her boobs.
Yeah, well, I
Damn.
know someone like close who I didn't know they had it done until I just heard 2 weeks ago. They're like, oh yeah, their gallbladder was about to drop out of their snatch like a trap door, dude. And they had to go like stitch it back up. Believe that? That is fucked up, man. Like, and all because they wanted to,
She's doing like a
Take the
pee dance
initiative.
trying to hold in her gallbladder.
they want, and it's like, can you imagine? Like, here you go. Because sometimes when I'm filleting, I like to get a little suck. I go like a baby bird. You know what I mean? That's what
You get a gallbladder
What
in
is
your
it? Like
mouth?
the pink.
Oh God, there's a gallbladder in there.
Sure, you got to feed it back to her.
Like I would think like a gallbladder would look like the pink part of a baby bird. When you see them on the sidewalk when they fall into the nest and there's no hair on them yet, it just looks like a 2-year-old's testicle. Like what's a gallbladder?
No, dude, gallbladder's got to be green, right?
Yeah, no, that's what
I'm going green or yellow.
But I can imagine you going out and still having it on your face, and someone's like, "You got a little gallbladder on your face. You got a I was
No.
eating these fucking
You got
saggy pussy."
Dude,
I was eating
2-year-old
a
testicles is a great linguistic exercise if you're getting ready for a TED Talk.
2-year-old testicle. 2-year-old.
Danny's head is in his hands right now.
God damn.
Hey, was he at Tegan and Sarah? I thought you had one
Oh
child.
man, was that the outdoor one?
Yeah, do you have one child with you?
I have, yeah. Ben and Ben and Lucy were
Yeah.
both. Oh my God, they were little tykes at that
was
time,
awesome. Dude.
That was the last time I saw you. I
Yeah.
think.
Fresher than a 2-year-old testicle, the two of them. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I started seeing. I'm like, dude, everyone I did comedy with is like ripping it. I'm like, and I was like, no offense, like kind of on an upper, like I was.
Yeah.
It was my times, and I'm like,
You were
I'm
around.
gonna go bang a chick for 8 years.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that can happen.
Dick
man.
cheese, man.
Gave her a little dust and clean, didn't you?
Gave her a lot
yeah.
of dust and clean.
Suck that gallbladder right out of those
Step
fucking
aside, time to blow the dust off this pussy.
Yeah, I guess you and Mike had already both been around for a long time. But when I first started comedy, you were already around. You were already like running shows. You kind of had your own thing.
That's
Like,
because I wasn't allowed to perform anywhere. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I got to do my own shows.
You were the first person I ever saw do comedy,
Really?
without a doubt. You were the first person. I showed up to the Raven Lounge, and you got on stage, and I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, honestly, I was like, why is he wearing flip-flops? I was immediately
Because
pissed.
I can, motherfucker.
Immediately pissed. You look like fucking Riff Raff had sex at the fucking Jimmy Buffett concert. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then you did a bit about sucking some chick's asshole inside out. And I was like, this fucking dude. Dude, I was immediately hooked.
I just told you, I like to,
Yeah,
filleting, snatch your butt off. Like,
Now,
I got
you
this
ever-
Gene Simmons tongue, dude. Look,
Look at that.
I'll go from the clit to the shit in one shot, dude. Yeah. Pick up everything in between, you know? like a dedicated hitchhiker. We're going to get them all, baby. Kings of the fucking highway. Cruddy buddies, you name it. Who cares? I remember my chick used to be like, "Is it okay?" I'm like I would. I don't know. My brain don't give a shit about stuff like that.
Probably looks like a mousetrap. It's fine.
Your mouth is street sweeper for pussy and asshole.
Well, I guess
love it.
I guess we're all comedians. I guess as a comedian, that's what you would want. Like someone, hey, I seen you one time. You had this bit about inside out and a prolapse in an asshole from sucking on. I'm like,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
mission
It was
accomplished.
great. It was great.
I tell you the time I used to do home remodeling, and I'm in this house one night, and I'm bringing stuff in, and this dude's like, "I know you from somewhere, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, right on, man. I'm cool." And then about 20 minutes later, he goes, "Fucking diaper chili, dude. Hold on." He's like, "Yo, babe, you'll never guess who I'm working with." He's like, "Fucking diaper chili." He's like, "Say hold on to my girl, man." This dude came to one of the fucking Dirty Dozens, and it was part of my whole, filleting the old ladies with the bust through the crust. And I'm like, you step in, you pull her bloomers down, you swipe aside all that diaper chili, and you go to work. And he remembered diaper chili.
Dude, that's the best thing.
Joe, to that point, there
Diaper
was
That's
a
the name of
lady
the
who's a
episode.
close friend of mine, my friend Diane, who's probably in her early 60s. We used to work together. And every now and again, she would tell me, she's like, I can't tell you how often I think of the phrase bust through the crust because of your friend Joe.
Nice. And I just wanted to not do it anymore. Actually,
You wanted the companionship. You wanted this, and this lady didn't
no,
want you to do
actually, it was
comedy.
just getting, I was a new relationship. Chick was cool. We were putting, fast forward 8 years later, it's like, man, why I didn't have to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I
But in the
remember-
beginning, you're like, I better dedicate enough
No,
time to her.
it was just I
You
was
just
fucking-
felt good. You found
I was
something-
working
yeah.
and fucking, so it's like
Yeah.
where I do comedy before filled in with more fucking. So I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I knew the tide was going to take you.
Tale as old as time.
There was a time before a Dirty Dozen show at Helium where you were bringing your new girlfriend around. And
That was it.
I heard her yell out, "Mayo, get me a Coors Light. I'm sweating my asshole off." I was like, he's gone.
yeah, fucking. Well, it's funny because the one show I bring her, I forget who was it. I don't know. We went to see someone, and I was doing it. Was when DC Curry was dead.
Oh, he's so goddamn
He's
funny,
like,
man.
man, get over here, young bull. He's like, you nasty motherfucker. I'm like, thank you, sir. Love you to hang with Mr. Cooper.
Praise from Caesar, dude.
But he, all people, she came back from, I guess, California at the time. Maggie walks in. I'm like, it's the first person I see. She's like, hey, man.
Maggie, at the time, the manager at Helium.
Yes.
Yeah.
the
Okay.
one, no. you don't just get weekend gigs, man.
That was nuts when Helium suddenly had like a very attractive woman manager, and then suddenly every like open mic comedian's Facebook posts are like, I really got to give it up. Thanks so much, Maggie, just for like putting us on all the time.
Yeah,
like
dude.
every dude was just like
Barking up that fucking tree.
salivating
Big
beggar.
time.
Well, I didn't have to salivate, dog. There you go. Eat that shit. They give you a little secondary taste, bro. So anyway, I remember the Wit Out Awards?
Yeah.
Well, I was presenting an award one night, so it was like me, the Laughcast dudes, like Scamuff. I remember me and Scamuff were sitting out front, and it had snowed. So there was giant, the plow piles that were iced over, and there was a little, like, cutout so people could, walk, get from the street to the sidewalk out front of World Cafe. And this cab pulls up. Me and Chris are out front smoking, and this girl gets out of a cab, and I'm like, huh. Like, you first see her, like, you're stupid, you giddy. You know? So, and she's looking around like this, like, which way to go, and I was, because they didn't have the cutout, it was, like, way down.
And you laid down your Iverson jersey.
I fucking, without even thinking, I dug my boot. I was like, into the ice. I'm like, come on. I'm like,
Oh, you fucking gentleman.
you can't just put your hands out. They're like, you gotta say, come on, like, come on, you're holding up the line.
Come on, you stupid bitch.
And I'm like, come on.
Here, put my Timbs on.
I fucking picked her up, brought her over, right? And the best part, I'm like, all right, we all good? And I started brushing her off. Chris is like, you fucking creep. So she goes in. I'm like, how fucking hot was that chick? I'm like, that was awesome. So Fast forward about an hour, we're inside. I see Ben. Ben's like, "Hey, Mayo, dude." He's like, I want to introduce you to the new manager of Helium, so hopefully I'll see you. Blah, blah, blah. Half hour. Hey, here she is. And it's me and Mike Renzi, dude. And I look up. I'm like, it's the Ice Girl. And I'm like, and she's like, "Oh, hey." And I lean over to Renzi. I said, "I'm fucking the balls off this girl, dude. My word." Fucking balls. I don't know, maybe like a month later. She's like, "Why don't you ever ask me out?" I'm like, "I was just about to. I was just about to." She kind of like asked me out. I'm like, "All right, cool." So I take her. I didn't know she was a vegan, so I take her to El Camino Royale. I'm like, "They got this great 3-meat platter." She's like, "What do you want?" She's like, "Texas toast." I'm like, I felt like an asshole. I'm sitting there wolfing down like the pork, the fucking brisket.
Don't worry, babe. I'll get us out of here thick.
Well, the best part is when I went to pick her up, she's like, "I think there's a mouse in my apartment. Can you come in?" I'm like, "All right, yeah, I'll fuck."
You better kill that fucking mouse.
Dude, that's all I do.
Thanks for my
That's all I do is
dude.
crush pussy, man. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
it could have been a bear, and I'd have been like, "Well, let's go."
I feel you.
Got this knife.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Compliments of this show. So I go in, right? The first thing I notice is a stripper pole, and I'm like, you know, something's like, "Oh, dude, like, shut up, nerd. You're gonna ruin it for everybody." But I was just sitting, in my mind. I'm like, and I was like, "What's
Did you
that
go,
for?" I said, "What do you
jackpot?
live with a stripper?" She's like, "But she does it for exercise," which I'm thinking is even better because I can
Get
go
out
fuck
of
a
here.
stripper. I can go fuck a stripper any day of the week.
Yeah.
But if you got a chick that can exercise and do that, now you're looking into a lot more capabilities of certain movements and bends. You know what I mean?
I suck dick to get my shoulders lined up.
How's that working out?
How do I look?
Spell great. How do you spell? What's that shirt say?
War mode.
Oh, nice.
It's our buddy's podcast.
Check it.
Shaner, you ever meet a lady with a stripper pole in her house?
Fuck yeah, I have.
Yeah, how often does it happen? This is probably like a weekly occurrence.
It's
for
pretty
you.
fucking. You know what the worst part is? Like seeing a lady with a stripper pole, but then also seeing like a sex swing in the living room as well.
You're overdoing it. That's a hat
It's
on
like,
a hat.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Here you go. It's like,
fuck?
it's
Come
like
on,
just, how many
man.
people are fat that got exercise bikes in their house?
Save some cum for the rest
But
of
the
us.
worst part about it's funny you say that. How many people are fat with exercise bikes in their house? The sex swing had clothing on it. Like she was just like, "Fuck, man, I barely ever use it anymore."
There's just mail piling up in it.
Yeah, dude.
I know someone, they're like, they wanted me to come over and they're like, "Yo, I got this thing, I'm hanging." I'm like, "You got to hit a joist." And I didn't know they had a sex swing in the ceiling, and it fucking fell right through because the dude was like, guy was smart as shit, but when it came to like man house stuff, he had no idea.
Smart enough to buy a sex swing, but
And
not
the girl,
smart
I
enough
know
to
the
hang
girl
it.
really well. She's hot, but she's cool. She's like, you know, I'm telling her business to everybody. She's like, "Yeah, you hooked up a sex swing. The fucking thing pulled the ceiling down."
Yeah,
What
my
a
fucking-
dipshit.
My limp wrist husband hung our sex swing, and I got drywall dust in my pussy.
Oh, someone say dust on a pussy? Oh man.
Damn.
Fuck me. Yeah, the stripper pole is like, it's cool, but then like the worst part is, like sometimes they're like, "Yo, I'm working on this new routine," and then they'll like show you, and you're like, "Can you just
I
Yeah.
did it again?
Can you just suck my fucking dick?"
Sometimes they'll get a fire and have to slide down and leave you alone for an hour.
And then they get to the top, and it's directly on the.
Hey, if I thought you could accomplish anything wonderfully, I wouldn't be here with my balls out. Do your thing.
Seeing a chick fall off a stripper pole is also like winning the fucking lottery.
Oh,
It's
man.
fucking the best fucking thing in the world.
Who helps them?
They have little midget strippers come out and fucking.
Yeah, and they make the noise when they're carrying them away. Like,
The defibrillator's just a dildo. They're like, "Clear."
Yo,
It's actually two strippers dressed as clowns with a stretcher. They throw them on like a soccer game.
They got
Or
Keystone
rodeo.
slops.
whose joke was it? Speaking of stripper, was it McKeever's? I think it was John McKeever when he said, because you're like, "How many people fall stripper poles?" I'm like, "Probably a lot because they're all like on drugs and doped up." And I instantly thought of McKeever's joke when he's like, he was at the nudie bar and it was around Thanksgiving.
Oh, the stripper.
And the girl
yelling.
was like all doped up, like nodding out. And some black dude's like, "Yo, that bitch eats too much turkey." And he's like, "Yeah, that's what it is."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Good time.
Yeah.
Joe, are you a strip club man?
Temporary layoffs, good times. Not really. Like I mean, I've done well. Like when I went in Vegas and I ended up now in the dancer for like 3 or 4 years. She used to fly me out. I had her.
You talk about strip clubs like it's a fucking like a fucking slot machine. Like, yeah, I do well.
I
at
hit.
strip
I hit.
clubs.
Yeah.
I see. I don't know. Like, Actually,
shower ball.
when I was homeless living in my van, so I guess I had some kind of
Snake eyes.
when I was on my spiritual journey.
Come on, baby. Daddy needs a new bipolar 19-year-old.
That's great.
7. She might be. That's how old her kid is. You're gonna have to fuck that kid.
Oh, man. No thanks.
Oh, man.
Oh man, that's a piss. But yeah, what were we saying? You lost me at 19-year-old bipolar girl.
You were talking about going out to Vegas to be with a lady of the.
No, you asked me if I do well at strip clubs. I'm like, maybe like once or twice in the last like, I don't know, decade I can remember. Like, I feel like having a nice set of titties in my face, and I don't want to have any like, oh, what's up? There you go, and you got to deal with other shit. Can I just come over, just drink a beer and have titties in my face? So I went to the titty bar. Other than that, it's like that does nothing for me because look but don't touch. Like,
Yeah, that's lame.
it's like, yeah, that's cool if you're in bed with a chick and you're playing a little fantasy, like hard to get. But that's just like, nope, see ya. That's like daily disappointment every time. Dude.
I think there's guys that probably like paying for that, though.
Yeah.
You know, there's guys that love running into the glass wall.
My
of a strip
chick
club.
used to work at a titty bar as a bartender, and these dudes, it's like they're all, oh yeah, they all think they're like just throwing money at them, like trying to be like the father figure, if you would. Like
Every time I've ever been to a strip club,
He's-
it's almost like a battalion formation, and at the very front are like jacked black dudes with dreads eating, like they're ordering food and eating it with their plates on the stage. Behind them, you've got kind of like confused and nervous white dudes with just like the arm at 90 degrees with a beer, and then behind them is a sea of migrant workers in mesh shorts.
Hell yeah.
And it's just absolute chaos.
Those are the
dude.
people you need to be with, though.
Yeah, if you
They're gonna get
replace the
whatever.
strip club with like a battlefield, I think you might be able to. I don't know. It would just be mass casualties.
Yeah, mesh shorts are first wave.
Dude, yeah,
Everybody
for sure.
does.
Throw them up front.
who wins? Nobody.
They're gonna die on Hormady Beach, dude. That's
You think if you tried to get him to leave the room, you'd be parting the Red Sea?
I want to see her knackers, please. Okay.
No, Mexicans are like super hornballs, man.
The most.
yeah, they're pretty fucking horned up.
The most.
Nobody has more fun. Nobody works harder. Nobody has more fun, and nobody's tougher people than Mexicans.
Dude, they're a family party. That's what I said. If I was ever to procreate, it would have to be with someone of Spanish descent. Because like, you don't ever drive by a party and not see everyone. Like, oh, your Aunt Shirley, or I guess it would be like Aunt Lucinda or some shit, and Uncle Hector, they can't make it this weekend. Well, then there ain't no fucking party. That's just the way it is. Yeah, but it's all or nothing. They all know, cousins. and shit. Like, my immediate family is not.
You're trapped in the rubble of a collapsed strip club.
This quinceañera daydreams is not going to happen today. Hector couldn't make it.
Put these piñata suit on your pussy.
You ever see the show Narcos? Speaking of Mexicans,
Describe the concept of barely legal.
much like my labor, my girlfriend is barely legal. Sorry, Ryan.
Dude, what if we started a magazine called Barely Legal with a bunch of Mexican dudes, just like with 1 foot in the country, just hanging hog.
I was there, like
Over the fence,
or Harry gay
Dick through the
dude.
fence.
doing frog butt on the border, just like, yeah, you see that?
Their balls have on a high vis vest.
Yeah, that would be great though. Imagine you're illegal and you go to like the main spot where the fucking what do they call them? The border patrols. I just be like, oh, they turn around. And,
Oh boy.
just fuck with them. Like my toes off. Fuck you.
Come and get me.
Dude, just letting your dick out over the border.
illegal
dude.
immigrant.
That's Bugs Bad Bunny.
Yeah, Bad Bunny's awesome.
I meant to bring this up to you, and I'm glad you guys are here too. If you guys want to go,
fuck.
I will get us tickets. But in New York, they have Bad Bunny brunch.
What the fuck is that?
Bad Bunny's awesome. I don't understand what he says, but I love his shit.
He's incredible, and every Latin lady with a fat butt loves him.
Oh, so they all get together for brunch.
Yep.
And you want to infiltrate?
And they just blast Bad Bunny.
Oh, so it's not
I'm all
Bad
about
Bunny's
that.
actually not.
No.
there.
No,
They just
Bad
listen
Bunny's
to
not
him.
going to be
Yo,
there.
we're
Not
in-
going to be gumming up the works with Bad
Yeah.
Bunny.
We need 3 tickets and rabbit suits, dude.
Yeah, worse Bunny.
We'll just have it'll be like furries. We'll have our dicks out.
We thought this was a way different brunch. We were very sorry.
Take the
But we're
hat
not
off.
going to stay. That does look like good Benedict. I'm going to
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
eat that.
That dude, like all older women, like I work at Home Depot now, and all the friggin' every woman there that's like not Irish, or German, they loved Bad Bunny.
Oh, mommies.
And I think the
are
white
obsessed
people
now.
would like him too, but they just don't know of him.
That's true.
I'm opening up a place in my heart for Bad Bunny.
I didn't even know who it was until like last year. I had no idea. I thought it was a chick. When I heard Bad Bunny, I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
Bad
yeah.
Bunny."
I was like, I'm not. I got to look at his OnlyFans. I'm not checking that out.
That's exactly what I
Yeah.
thought.
It does sound like a stripper who had her kids taken away.
Yeah, I
Actually, one of my Puerto Rican friends from high school, she's like an artist, and she has like an artist space, and she just like teaches classes and stuff. And one of the fun little things she does is Bad Bunny painting night, and they just get turned to Bad Bunny.
Damn, dude.
He said, I'm going to open some room for Bad Bunny. It's like, me, I got a little bit, man. You
They
know,
did
it's
have
not my
Spanish
space.
painting, but it was called painting
Easy
with a
takes
fist.
up 98%. What'd you say? He's painting with a fist.
Yeah, Spanish painting was painting with a fist.
You ever do that? Painting with a twist?
Painting with a twist? No.
Me neither.
I've gotten drunk in a lot of places, but I've never done where it's sanctioned to get drunk. I've done like, shopping with a twist at like fucking Walmart.
Dude, I can't even go.
I've gone to Walmart and fucking bought toasters I didn't need. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is pretty good,
I'm done
right?
picking my kids up from school with a twist, obviously.
When I got my second DUI, I'm like, I'm just driving with a twist. I don't understand the problem. I'm just driving with a twist.
The cop pulls you over. You're just covered in paint.
It's Starry Night on the back of my windshield. Like, yeah, you see that? I fucking did it.
Officer, I do have a concealed carry license, and it is wine o'clock. I'm keeping my hands where you can see them. This is my identification. I am driving with a twist.
Baby, look, I don't remember any of that. We were fucking with a twist. Okay? I don't remember anything you said. I was fucking you with a twist on.
Have like the little.
God damn.
Let's go.
But all this
Working with a twist. That's nice, lazy boy.
all this fist business, Joe. This I have to believe that at some point you fisted somebody. Am I true?
Am I true? Do I say true?
2000? No,
Cy Mayo. Cy Mayo, we are met. Well met. Do I say true? You have fisted somebody?
Damn.
All right.
dude.
Well, now seems like a great time to thank our sponsors. This episode of Dad Meat is presented to you by Manscaped. If you go to manscaped.com, use promo code FATBIRD. You can check out their full line of products. And on top of that, too, Manscaped would like you to read something here.
Ooh.
Spring has sprung, and our friends at Manscaped have the best tools for some spring cleaning. They've already helped you tidy up all the nooks and crannies of your body's basement. But this year, Manscaped can help you get the perfect presentation on that beautiful face with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Make sure you look your best this spring by using promo code FATBIRD to get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Boys, how your bushes looking these days?
I'm ready for spring.
I am too.
Thanks to
Y'all sprung?
Manscaped.
Now, wait, do you keep a full bush?
No.
No? How far do you go down? Do you keep grass on the field?
Like a Peaky Blinders haircut.
I used to do the GG Allin because I wanted to let people know I was an adult. But
So
you
just
got to
have mutton
shave around.
chops on your balls?
So I learned this. You got to shave around the shaft if you want to check the fucking fully deep throat.
Yeah.
And they the girls, I can play their hairs. It bothers me. I'm like, gone.
She's like, ew.
Now what's your like 10 minutes later? Resolved. What's your excuse now, baby?
But if you go to manscaped.com, use promo code FATBIRD to get 20% off, and you could also get a little Jeff cap for your little Peaky Blinder.
Aw.
Manscaped.com, promo code FATBIRD. Also, go to trueclassic.com. So we're into the new year now, and you're in new clothes. You can get into new clothes that'll give you the confidence to tackle those 2023 resolutions. Thanks to our sponsor, True Classic, you'll have everything you need to hit the gym, take it slow, or treat yourself to something nice. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men look great in their tees, and now you can save big while you do so. For a limited time only, get 25% off with the promo code FATBIRD at trueclassic.com. Now, about 3-4 weeks ago, we had Jake Matera on here who put on my True Classic
That was
t-shirt.
crazy.
It
That was
fit
crazy,
him
dude.
like a damn glove.
That was like the mask.
Damn.
You guys should have a prize closet.
I wish somebody had stopped me.
That's not a bad idea.
But Jay put it on, and it did look great on him. So that is more of an endorsement than True Classic that I could ever give.
That was truly crazy. Watching Jake's body transform as he molded himself into the True Classic shirt was honestly, I joke around about our sponsors all the time. That was a sight to behold.
Dude, it was like
wish I
watching Steve Urkel turn into Stefan Urkel.
Damn.
What happened?
I took off,
Jake Matera is like a bigger guy, right?
He is.
Like,
Yeah.
and I took off my True Classic T-shirt, gave it to Jake. He put it on, and he looked like a damn snack.
Dude, it put his titties in the Phantom Zone. They completely disappeared. It was crazy.
But go to trueclassic.com, and you'll get 25% off with promo code FATBIRD. Also, I want you to check out BetterHelp. I've talked ad nauseum about how much BetterHelp has helped me. I utilized it last summer when I was going through my damn jackaboos. My brain jackaboos were getting at me, and I can't say enough good things about them. I utilized I did teleconferencing with my therapist, and it made it easy. I hated going to see a therapist in person. There's always some kind of rigmarole. You fucking sit in the waiting room, they bust your balls about not making your fucking bills, paying your bills on time. You don't have to deal with any of that here. You just pay your shit, you fucking log right on, your person's ready for you, they give you what you need.
You can do a phone call, you could do text message. If you're a black lady, you could do FaceTiming in line
on the bus.
That actually came across my phone when all this was going on. I'm like, BetterHelp, and I'm like, I can't even find regular help.
Skip regular help. All right,
Get better help.
As I said, people, why don't they talk? People ain't gonna talk to
Although, dude,
I had a whole thing of it last night, but I don't write anything down. But it's like because there was, mental help. It's like, well, no one's gonna come and because. Yeah, whatever. We'll get to that later.
You know what
Just know that anyone fucked up out there, I can help you with the microdose. So
fuck yeah.
Oh, Klondike 5.
Imagine you're a receptionist at a therapist's office and Mayo walks through the door. Your life is different forever.
Like the Viagra guys here. That was my old job.
But go to BetterHelp.com. I can't vouch for it enough. I experienced a lot of great things with them, and I thank my dear friend Timm for helping me turn it around. BetterHelp and microdosing got me squared away.
About to start calling me best help.
Yo,
damn, for real.
Can I? Because like I said, I'm trying to deal with politicians because PA wants to be a front runner in the whole shit, and they have 2 licenses they're giving away for like
The psychedelic thing?
Yeah, for research. So, and I got a dossier on myself. I got other people that are willing. Like once I come back with some more.
Okay.
Yeah. So you wouldn't mind putting like the results of microdosing. I used to do a daily log because like you'd have to remember. It's hard to remember exact, but just like, hey, here's where I was, started microdosing. Here's where I am. Because like there's one lady, Kathy Barr from up in Pittsburgh. She voted against the research thing, and I'm like, that fucking bitch is. And I'm like, oh wait a minute, she's probably smart because you hear drugs and it's like you can always say yes later. You can't say no, or once you say yes, you can't go back and say no. You know what I mean? So it's like let me pump the brakes type deal.
Unless it lines her pockets. It's
yeah,
no,
but I don't think it was.
now.
And it's like with everything going on, everyone knows someone 1 degree away that had opiate death, So it's like we just came out of that. So let's not jump into something else till I know so.
Sure.
So I want to be the guy, be like, here's research that may sway your decision. And then they're like, oh, we know Mayo. Let's give him one of the
Now this is tricky because me knowing you personally, I think you're a great mind to have pushing for psychedelic healing. But if I'm John Q. Public and you're the guy that comes on TV, it's like, yo, it's time to do drugs to help you. It's like,
yeah, that's why.
I don't know, dude.
That's why I was like, before I went a little nutty, I'm like, I got to work on my lexicon, So can't just go in breaking phones and stabbing the fucking shit out of everybody. Like
That's BetterHelp.com. Promo code FATBIRD. And am I true? You better fucking believe it.
Then again, if Mayo got better, like, look, I used to put fucking twisted tea bottles in people's pussies while they were asleep.
Sex with a twist, man. I learned it from you.
I want better help with a twist, dude. That's what I fucking need.
I'll take a white wine spritzer with a twist. This gay guy. Nothing anything wrong with it. I've been waiting all day for just a dry, shitty joke to come through. Like, there it is.
Woo, man. What'd you see in Disney this time, Mike? Anything new?
Yeah, something different than the ceiling of the hotel room. Remember that? Last time you had a bad back?
Dude, when I had my fucking Disney fiasco in 2012,
You were sad, Bunny.
I was. But you know what? I credit Mayo
Thanks, Ben.
with turning everything around. At a certain point on my vacation, I was just on Facebook constantly, like throwing a pity party for myself. And at one point, Mayo texted me to say, like, look, you look like a real fucking bitch right now.
I was like, just shut the fuck. I said, dude, I said, fire your doctor. He sent you on a fucking airplane 2 days after back surgery. That's not, you can't even sit down and do nothing after back surgery. You're like, ugh, I'm in pain for at least a month, dude. Like, I fly on the fucking plane. Hopefully get some, what they call
And you're acting like a bitch about it.
I was being a bitch about it. It made me so mad.
He was so pissed.
I got so mad. But then at that point, I was so angry that I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. Like, Mayo making me that angry gave me the strength I needed to go to the toilet and pull the turd out of my ass to get me moving. So
Damn,
Yo,
dude.
and that's one of the hardest. I had a buddy of mine before. He's like, dude, opened up to him, and he's like, stop feeling sorry for yourself, dude. I'm like, where do you get off, motherfucker? Blah, blah. And I'm like, and a week later, I'm like, holy shit. Like, because dudes will eventually realize, like, yeah, oh, man. Like, I hope nobody's seen me being that.
Yeah, I hope no one saw me being a girl about
But,
it.
like, and I knew saying, I'm like, he's gonna fucking be pissed, and you're like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm like, I'll wait this
It
one
was
out.
exactly what I needed, though.
You pulled his cord.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll wait this one out. So
What you
that's the
need.
hardest job. So any guys out there, you have to do it. It's like when if you see your buddy, old lady with someone else, it's not fun, but you got to tell them, hey, she's blowing someone else type deal. There's 2 things guys got to do. You got to lay that out, and when someone's being a cheese dick or like a little girl, you're like, dude, not that you can do that, but we don't want to fucking hear it, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Lord.
Mayo preach.
and what
dude.
happened? They fucking, it's like 10 years, look at that happened to Ozzy, man. They got banned from the Alamo. 10 years later, went back and rocked the place. They gave you a free vacation, right?
Think about this. You got your boy. He's getting settled down with his bitch wife. She's completely dominating him. The only way you're going to shake him out is by awakening a deep rage that he's just suppressing to him. He's going. If you got a guy that's going happy wife, happy life every day, and this bitch is ruining him, you have to spark that rage to break him free.
See, that's like, I think some people thought with me and her, but I was like, dude, I'm just very, like when
That's what I
when I
assumed.
commit with someone, I don't like, whatever. It's like fucking, you can play poker 10 times, you might win on the 11th. Like I don't give up on people so easy, especially when they're fucking going all the way down, you know what I mean? And fucking me silly. Back to that, what's that thing? The manscaping thing?
Yeah, go to manscaped.com.
Hapless plug.
We're still in the plugs right
Sucking
now.
me down. and
Yeah, you
fucking
remember,
me silly.
you ever hear the band?
Manscaped.
You ever hear the band Murder Junkies?
The best.
Yes.
Yeah.
With GG Allin, remember he used to have the Hitler stash, but
Yeah, when he
in the middle of me, that's like what my bird was. Like I would shave the shaft. That way you could still have ball hairs, but like not where the mouth would go. So I'm like, I'll go all the way down, nose to your sack, nose to your nuts. Thank
He always
you.
impressed me because he did not have a big dick, but he was not
micro penis. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fucking.
I think
was
that the
not
tiny dick
apprehensive.
explained everything else about him.
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah,
that?
he didn't have a big dick, but he did shit in his own hands and rub it on his face on stage.
He did punch chicks directly in the head.
You do got to give it to GG Allin. That guy had a very tiny penis, but he would cut his face open and then mash shit into it.
Also up every
be that
day at 8 a.m. What a fucking work ethic
Yeah.
on this guy.
If
That
GG
guy
Allin was
really
alive,
ate
he'd say, fuck COVID, dude.
Yeah,
He's like, I got dysentery.
That'd be nice as hell, though. If he, how, all the rockers get old and become gay as fuck. That'd be nice as hell if GG Allin was like a mask guy. And it's like, yeah, guys, come on, man. Trust the science on this. There's shit on the outside of the mask in the middle of a concert.
Get double boosted. while he's
You
kicking
said
some
mask.
kid.
Yeah.
You
You know
said,
what's really punk? Trusting the science. Punching girls.
you said mask guy. I'm like, is this a new word? I've been sheltered for like
Yeah,
couple
mask
years.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah, like
mask
Corey
guy.
Taylor and shit. Like slip
No,
up.
yeah,
Or like,
I'm talking about
like pooping, rubbing shit on her face like a
talking
mud
about
mask.
N95 mask.
Yeah, that would
dude.
have been sick if all through
Wait, hold
COVID,
on, hold on.
everybody's walking around in a slip mouth.
Oh, yeah, you mean like COVID man? I thought it was like some kind of like
That would be the
like a
best.
sex thing where they rub shit like there's poop porn and it's like thank God because whatever you're into you're born with. You can't say hey I want to try that. Maybe a few people like
Not with leather
remember
masks.
2 girls 1 cup and are like making out with a freaking turd and shit. Like what if that you were into that? I'm like. Man, I gotta.
This is so
I
mainstream
gotta go
now,
get
dude.
myself
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
I look so
man.
happy because I gotta eat shit to do it. It sucks.
The only way I can get fucking hard as shit is eating an ice cream cone full of
Yeah.
diarrhea.
I'm a real
Only way
lunch
I can
pail
go.
shit eater. I wouldn't call it a passion, but it's what I have to do.
I dabble.
Put rainbow
dabble.
sprinkles on it. Rainbow Jimmy's on that diarrhea cone.
When in homo.
I'm just a weekend warrior. I gotta get into it
Oh.
every now and again.
So anyway, any new attractions this time at Disney? I know you go yearly.
That is sick.
Yeah, it had been 2 years since our last family trip, so there was a lot that I wanted
So
to
it
show
was a whole
everybody.
new world.
Oh, you
Damn.
I can see Rainy. You got it on cue. Like, let's all go holiday road.
I had so much to show them, specifically the Rise of the Resistance ride.
What the fuck is that?
That's
It's,
Star Wars.
it's very
Oh.
cool. It's more of an experience than a ride. Like I went with Danny, Jake, and Del Calo, and you're essentially kidnapped.
Where's this? Disney World?
At at Hollywood.
Oh, their
Studios.
families went with you.
Yeah, at Hollywood Studios, and you're kidnapped for the duration of this ride, and the people are actually mean to you. Now, at some point, my wife was not following directions, not because she was trying to be funny.
she was totally immersed in the
just 'cause she's a
experience.
chick.
This was her. Yeah, she was the lady.
Mike, I know that you're saying she's a dumb bitch and doesn't understand things. I'm saying she was enjoying the ride more than you by being petulant toward the staff.
Dude, I think they're called the First Order. Is that the bad guys in?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, in the
So-
newer. Like I saw the darkness leave First Order officers' eyes because of how difficult my wife was being. The lady's like, stand right there and don't move. Naturally, my wife walks past it. She's like, for real, stand right there. She's like, And then she's like, if you have a bag, because you're about to go on the ride, she's like, if you have a bag, if it's on your body, you need to take it off. Everybody takes it off, and the lady's just standing there staring at the sky, and she goes, if you have a bag on your body, and I look back because I just know. And I turn around, my wife's still wearing her fanny pack, and I'm just like this, and she's like,
Get on the train! I said get on the train!
she's like, dude, one more infraction from this fucking bitch, and these people would have put lightsabers through their fucking heads.
Imagine having that job, though. Like, that'd be great. Like, it's like now they're finally equal opportunity for angry people. Like, oh, I love going to work. Why? I just tell people, get in the fucking line.
Get in the fucking Millennium Falcon now.
The more of an asshole I am, I get a raise. Like,
They hired me because I'm trans, okay?
Dude, I will tell you one thing that they took away, and I know why, because we were there pretty early on when they had this, but they used to have stormtroopers up on an elevated platform pointing their weapons at people. And one thing that they said, where I specifically said this to my wife, and the guy said it, I was like, they're going to take that away. Because the guy pointed his gun at a guy who was an ethnic gentleman, and he said, you look like trouble. And I said to my wife, that's
stormtroopers.
How about the fact that you're going to scare your PTSD for every that's future business for me? Like, hey, go to Disney World. Go buy my mushroom.
These were actually Stormfront troopers.
Effective immediately, we are closing down the Mandalay Falcon.
They're in the gift shops like,
Oh, shut up or buy. Get out or buy. Get out or buy.
Hurry up and buy.
dude, just
Dude.
them walking around with this like, it used to be a good galaxy. Fucking Christ, dude.
There goes the galaxy.
Can't believe it.
Or to kill you to use a crosswalk.
In addition, we will no longer be featuring the character Darth Chauvin.
A lot of people being introduced to their father for the first time.
Oh man, Councilman Zimmerman, please step down. Please get out of here. Fucking Christ.
Pull up your hyper pants. Pull up your hyper pants. We told you right now, pull it up. God damn it. Look, I don't want to be a dick or anything, but it's like I've been living in this neighborhood for 6 years, and there's never been this much astro litter in it. I gotta be honest with you. Look, I'm looking around at all the other people in white uniforms, and no litter. And then these, jackabookies or whatever, I don't know, they come in here, they let out the cantina, and it's just like they got that music, boop, 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 too loud.
Hopping around like a bunch of bad bunnies.
Extra bone in their leg they have.
And also, Jar Jar Binks, I don't fucking understand you. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. This is the final episode
Who
of
was
the
the guy
podcast.
from the first Star Wars? I remember my brother had trading cards. It was
Luke Skywalker?
the black dude.
Luke J. Walker?
Who was the black dude in Star Wars? There was a black dude in Star Wars.
Lando
Lando,
Calrissian.
Lando.
Yeah, well, who was that guy?
Billy
Williams.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that Colt 45 joke I
Works
said?
every time, baby.
Yeah, I said, find it ironic that slogan is works every time, but 90% of its drinkers haven't worked a day in their life. That was an old rashes.
That's
one.
Manscaped.com, promo code FATBIRD.
That was an old that was taken to heart by a few people. I'm like, fuck off.
Man.
Oh man, Harrison, I said race wars. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good.
I like the people's names, dude. I see what the hell was the one guy I seen who was a piss.
Yeah, interact with him, man.
Yeah, if you guys, this is from now until the end of the Patreon. Anything you got from Mayo, hit him with it. He'll break it down for you on the spot. The guy is mentally connected more than anybody I know. He's got an experience to tie to any question.
Yeah, maybe that happened. Maybe I just been. Remember, I said I felt connected to everything. Maybe it's like welcome, like thank you.
No, you were always like that. though.
Traveling intergalactically.
You were a dude I saw that you could just talk to anybody. And it was always shocking because you would watch you on stage and you'd be like, damn, that's the most abrasive shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then
Benny Michaels.
and you would kill people. And then
No, that's not him.
and then off stage, dude, it was just like you could chat up anybody. Like it's identical to like Tommy Pope, you know what I mean?
Speaking of which, like I always put you in the same class as Tommy Pope for a couple of reasons, but
That's
one,
very complimenting. I love
like
that.
you two, I've seen women just lose their fucking minds around the both of you.
you know,
And it's
him
something
I
that I
shared
just
a
sit
woman
around and
once.
watch as a spectator.
You were there. You were upstairs, fucking talking to trainees on my computer. You remember? It was after the comedians for a cause show.
Manscaped.com promo code FATBIRD.
It was after the comedians for a cause show that we did for Phil's kid. Remember up the cabaret? And
I do remember
and
that
he gave us all each our own present. Remember that?
Yeah.
And
He stuck each of our
dude,
dicks individually.
I just remember the
Oh,
next day,
shit.
the next fucking day, when Rainey, like, he had an all-nighter, and he called Kensel, and he's like, well, for whatever reason, you needed, I gave you some basketball shorts because I thought you were going to go to sleep. But anyway, he walks out, Kensel's at the end of the block, and there's Mike Rainey, pretty much in a suit, but basketball shorts on and a black socks pulled all up, dress shoes, walking down Almond Street. He's like, "See you, man." I'm like, "I fucking love this guy."
But we seem to have
Yeah.
glossed over the best part of the story.
Best part of this.
It does
which I
check
forgot
out that
it
I
got
was probably
lost in the
watching some trans stuff on Joe's computer.
I think it was
mistake
me,
there.
you, and Tommy went back to my house.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "We'll throw a party."
Oh,
We met some
man.
chicks. I called some girls, and we had to actually use the phone book to call a girl.
Rainey's upstairs on Napster for trans people. Trapster.
Sester.
But I remember fucking, I don't know. I think he was down. I was just like, I feel like getting my dick sucked, and I ain't waiting. So
I do
she
remember.
was blowing me while Tommy was fucking her.
I remember I fell asleep in your bed and you woke me up. You were standing over me with a Yankee candle.
Giant hard on, like, look at this.
And you woke me up and you got my attention and he said, "Rainey, wake up." And I look up and he's standing over me with a Yankee candle. He says, "What would you do if I smashed it in your fucking face?" And then he just disappeared out of the room.
Yeah, that house was awesome, dude. 2840.
That's cocaine.com promo code FATBIRD.
I had a lot of pleasant
Man.
experiences there. Joe and I would listen to vinyl together. Joe would cook steaks.
I hope that's the computer they stole your fucking identity from too. They're like, "Yeah, I got his fucking bank account and all this trans porn
Yeah, well, I
is
was
on
getting
this thing."
I was getting emails like, "Oh, sorry, I wasn't available last night." I'm like, "But for like months." I'm like, "You motherfuckers." But
Oh man.
yeah, that was I moved out of Port, was a couple blocks over. I moved out of there in 2012.
So you say you transferred out of there?
Ryan Shaner, if you don't stop playing the fuck around, I swear to God, I'll kill you. I swear to God, I'll smash this Yankee candle in your face if you don't stop
What
playing the
set?
fuck
Wait, what set
around.
was the Yankee Candle? Perk 30?
I love those things.
Well, it kind of feels like a 9-volt battery in my nose.
That's it. Yeah, that's going to be an answer on like questionnaires from now. Like whatever. I would say like some. I can't find a word for what kind of questionnaire, but Perk 30. Like it'd be an excuse for everything. Like you know what I mean? Like for what reasons are you seeking?
Okay,
whatever?
there we go,
Perk 30.
Where does it hurt? In my Percocets. Dustin Wilson said Mayo looks like Blue Chew grew a body. Yeah. No, there's actually just a Blue Chew sitting in a chair in his brain, pulling levers and making him talk at all times.
It's like Sack-Tack-Tooey.
Motherfucker.
I fucking said it. I
Rich,
got you.
Rich,
Thank you,
Rich
Bev.
Chef says, "What trade do I work in? The trade where I fuck your mom in the butthole." Like, no, fuck these chicks in their ass.
What trade do I work in? Rough trade with your dad. Wait, hold on. Your mom.
I'm not gay. I just got tired of him seeing him fuck his boyfriend like a bitch. So I had to show him how it's done.
G. Bresto said Popeye on Perks.
I'm strong. Prescription bottle into the air.
I'm strong when I work because I snort my Percs.
Oh, God damn it.
Speaking of, it's Tuesday. Which one of you motherfuckers owes me some money?
Yeah, when he flexes, one is like an unemployment check on his fucking. He's like, "Oh, you see that?"
I'm Mayo the Pillhead Man.
I haven't done a perk in like 2 years.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, dude.
Get on.
I didn't even really I wouldn't take him to party. I had fucking arthritis, dude. It sucks. I'm like, now, dude would drop shit. Like, people are like, what are you doing? I'm like,
Tails
first
all
of
the
all,
time.
I bought the coffee, so stop yelling at it like it's your coffee. You know, like I would just drop shit. I'm like,
You had
"It's what
Gerben
happens
hands?
when Yeah, not as bad. They don't look like, he's got like gouty Gerben hands. You ever see someone with gout? Like they're always crooked, but
Gerben has the hands of a cursed monarch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
he can carry. It's like, I got a job for you. We got a lot of buckets to carry.
Gerben's actually, his arthritis is actually called Wizard's Revenge.
He's fucking funny as shit. Dude.
He can only be prescribed Wolf's Bane to get rid of it.
Yeah, he looks like he was found frozen.
Yeah, but
I like what he
funny
said.
as
He's
hell.
like, I look like a lesbian. He's not like, it does look like a lesbian woman.
Yeah, what was Gerben's old joke? I'm gonna say this because he refuses to do stand up. I'm holding this joke hostage. He would say, oh fuck, what was his look called? A lesbian in the crowd came up and said that your look, I describe it as hard dyke.
Yeah, that's yeah,
That's what it was.
And he does that.
Yeah.
A hard dyke.
Mm-hmm. Shaner, you had a tough time getting home from Detroit
Fucking Christ, dude.
this week.
What a fucking
Were
debacle.
you opening for Ian?
Yeah.
That's
Ian
a
who?
fucking
Ian who?
Fight
Finance.
What?
bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
Great.
see,
Are you aware of how much Ian's blown up?
dude,
Since he
how
left
about
us?
every fucking day I turn on a computer, I'm like, holy shit, this motherfucker. Like, these dudes would, like, tell me, oh, you're funny as shit. Like, when I'd be doing up mics, I'm like, and now to know that they're all like, like, hey, man, looking for a gig or start looking for a gig.
Yeah, no, Ian's fucking.
Yeah, the
Does
show.
he still got that really cool curly, like, porn
Oh,
star
it's
hair?
so cool.
Yeah, really cool. That's how people usually describe Ian's hair. Is
Yeah,
really
he's
cool.
got that cool clown wig hair. It's pretty fucking great. No, the shows were fucking great, but the getting home was. I'm never one of those guys who's like, I'm never doing that again. But I am never flying Spirit Airlines ever again.
Buddy.
Ever again. Like, it was to a point where I'm like, this sucks, but it can't be that bad.
Right.
And then
It
it
is
was
that bad.
fucking out of control. And then, so my flight got delayed 3 hours in Detroit. So I showed up and they're like, I just want to let you guys know there's going to be a pushback. And I was like, there's nothing to do. They should put an arcade in an airport or some fucking
I feel that
thing.
way about anywhere that I
Dude,
have to sit for more than 5
arcade,
minutes.
bowling alley, strip club would be fucking sick in a fucking
Stand-up
airport.
comedian, some kind of entertainment.
Anything.
Don't go too far. No.
You're great. Easy, Icarus. Fucking, you fucking stop it. But it's like there's nothing to fucking do. Everything's super fucking expensive. I'm like, yo, I'd rather pay X amount of dollars to just fucking play skee ball than sit on my fucking balls.
What if they had an American Gladiators thing and just you can get in either line and you just whoever's next in line on both sides, you go out and it's just jousting.
Dude, that would be.
Wouldn't that be
the
nice as hell?
Dude, or that thing where you swing and you have to kick them off the fucking. That would be.
Or the
sick.
tennis ball cannon thing.
Assault.
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 Sorry, yeah.
Dude, it's assault.
Who was the guy? Was it Nitro? Was it like, wasn't his name?
Yeah, he was
First,
one of
like,
them.
The first, like, creepy alien porn star looking like dude. He'd
Yeah.
always be the tennis ball shooting guy.
Nitro was dope, and there was fucking like again, there's nothing to do. So I stood around, did fucking nothing. Finally got on the plane. Then they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be a layover in Orlando," which I knew
Was this
of.
a surprise layover?
No, I
Okay,
knew
okay.
of. But what I was looking at on the times, I was like, well, they delayed my flight 3 hours. Like, I don't know how this layover is gonna fucking work. And I got off, and I'm like looking at my phone, and it's telling me that I have 2 minutes to board.
Mm-hmm.
So I like run like fucking Home Alone through the fucking airport, like kicking people the fuck out of the way. I get there, and it says it's flashing boarding now. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, oh, here's my. She's like, actually, the plane hasn't even shown up yet.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be delayed. So I'm standing there and I'm looking around. MJ's there.
Yeah.
I fucking see Ainsley and MJ, and I'm like standing around. We finally get on this fucking plane. They board us immediately. So there's no like zone 1, 2, or 3.
Not on Spirit.
Dude. Everyone's just pushing their way in. I fucking God, I feel like
Friday
a dick.
at Walmart.
I feel like because I went, dude. I fucked up this one Black's Friday. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. Dude, I saw him stand there, and I literally just got like I fucking squeezed. He's like, all right. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. It's every man for themselves. I fucking get on,
You're slowly like driving a knife into his throat.
Yeah.
Like, shh. I have a knife to be doing this act out. I'm a fucking clown.
You had a full
Anyway.
Up them.
You had a full thing. Yeah, I went full fucking World War II, and I was like,
Covering his mouth.
Right, I actually thought of you this week when I was at Orlando Airport.
Oh.
Anytime I see you or think of something fucked up, I think of you.
Thank
you.
you.
You know the hotel inside the airport, the Hyatt?
Yeah.
Well, my family and I, we got a room there for our last day there just to make the fucking trek home easier. And they have like, it looks like a nice balcony. And you go there like, oh, this is great. You go to open the balcony. The balconies don't open. I found out why. In 2019, a TSA agent finished his overnight shift and rented a room, went up to the top floor of this Hyatt hotel, and jumped down into where people go through TSA and killed himself.
Yes.
That's the best thing anyone in the TSA has ever done.
Yeah, that's like
honestly-
totally like, you motherfucker. Like, it's like you're gonna have my bloody exploding body shit to clean up out of your section.
Yeah.
Like, most people go to a hotel and the fuck guy cleans up. Like, man, now you gotta fucking stay late. Like, it's like, no, at least the people I don't like will have to clean up my wretched, shitty gallbladder and smashed body all over the fucking
Yeah,
place.
you're right. That is exactly like a black family showing up at your restaurant 15 minutes before it closes. Yeah, no, dude, that's the
Grills
only
off.
honorable thing. If you're a TSA agent, that's the only honorable move is rent a hotel room with a balcony and just splatter yourself.
That's
on
the
the
best
ground.
way to go.
Dude, grills off might be the culinary thin blue line.
You know, people bounce when they jump off buildings.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did hit it. I saw a guy jump out of a parking garage once. That was
That guy jump off the Boulevard
that was the
Bridge.
first suicide I ever saw.
Joe, there was actually a suicide by Penny Gardens.
Oh, I got fucking pictures of it. Dude.
Wait.
that sounds like a nice place.
I got one picture because my chick sent it to me. And I'm like, what is this? Some kind of fucking joke? And I blew it up. I'm like,
Oh.
is this like I'm thinking Penny Gardens. Someone probably fucked a blow up doll or a bachelor party, hung it out there as a joke. This kid, I don't know if you know him. We call him. I don't want to read his real name, but he looks like Bob, like a freewheeling Bob Dylan. He's got like this fuzzy hair. He's like a white kid with an afro. But anyway, he found him. He went out front to smoke with his chick and was like, thought the same thing. What the fuck is that?
It doesn't look real.
Went up and he was like, oh, and he's like, I feel like embarrassed the way I reacted. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about, dude? Like, first of all, you didn't even know you were going up to a body. You know what I mean? If you did, you had no. Let me warn myself. Even like this subconscious way your body warns itself. Like, you went up excited, like, what the fuck's that hanging up there, man?
Anyone
Like-
that's ever seen a possum outside unexpectedly can relate to this.
Dude, it was.
Anyone that's ever opened a trash can and see a possum, you go, whoa, okay.
I also
this
saw a
is-
possum hanging from a noose. And
the only thing.
A little note in his hand.
The only thing, it's like that makes me think it could be a suicide. It was Valentine's Day. Apparently, this dude was like a big juicer from like Wilkes-Barre, and right there's a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu place, right? Well, apparently he tried to hang himself off the building facing the library, if you know the area.
This is the
And
place
he was
around the
too
corner from me.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got so many
Wait,
questions
around the
about
corner
this.
from you.
Yeah, save this.
Hold on.
No.
Does it tell me Tim Butterly lives in my neighborhood?
I guess I do. Let's save this for the Patreon.
Awesome.
We'll dox it. We'll give first and last names of everybody involved. We'll cover this story in its full. I'm very curious about this. I briefly mentioned in the recent past that Rainey sent me a picture of a guy that died around the corner from my house. I never got any answers, and I've been waiting for a chance to talk about it. This is completely new to me. Let's switch over to the Patreon and do it. Ryan Shaner, The End podcast.
Thank you.
Please, it's a one-on-one retard off every single
It
time.
is the most retarded podcast I've ever.
And it fucking rules from beginning to end.
Thank you.
It's The End podcast. Please support it.
Please
check
support
it out. And then if you need mushrooms, obviously hit up Mayo.
And if you don't like the taste of them, I encapsulated them in the half-gram pills. So.
That's what's up.
Oh.
And
That-
I'll tell you my super idea after this. I don't want anybody to steal it, but
Super idea.
Yeah, boy.
Super idea for the Patreon. Suicide. Super ideas.
Fuck yeah. And then obviously Stoner Dads.
up the wrist.
Live
Across.
Stoner Dads podcast at Magoobies in Timonium, Maryland on 4/20 of all days. What a coincidence.
Damn, brother. That's going to be pandemonium.
And then the following week, 4/28, we're doing live dad meet. Laugh It Up Poughkeepsie. Get tickets now. Don't fucking wait. I don't want to hear anybody bitching about that stuff. And then twitch.tv/Tim Butterly. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, before we go, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's bought On Percs. If you go to onpercs.com, you can get a copy of my new book. I have a print copy, an ebook copy, and the audiobook copy. And unfortunately, if you just want the audiobook copy, you got to go to fucking Shopify. But if that's what you want, just fucking message me somewhere and I'll get it to you because it's some weird fucking link. But if you order the bundle on onpercs.com, you can get the print copy, the ebook copy, and the audiobook copy all together.
Oh, check-
just email it to me.
Check back later today. I'll get you a custom domain and point it to it. It'll be in the YouTube description of this episode. We'll get you a very easy link to get to.
Thank you, dude.
Shopify. Yeah,
Said it
sorry.
takes you to a
That's
weird
driving me
link. Would that
fucking
be
crazy.
lemonparty.org?
Dude, that solves a lot of my problems. But yeah, thank you, Rich Chef. Yeah, the audiobook does fucking rule. And Ryan, thank you for. I should have cut this out before I gave you what I gave you to read, but Ryan actually reads my phone number in the audiobook. So feel free to hit me up anytime. Text me, call me. But that's in
awesome.
the audiobook, yeah. So feel free to hit me up.
Yeah,
If
dude.
you listen to it, you hear the phone number. It's active. It is my phone number. And
How's that been going?
people have been great.
fart list.
You
if anyone
should've
can
fucking-
find it before the Patreon starts, we'll read anything you send Mike live.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, go to onpercs.com, get any copy of my book, and I'm happy to mail it to you. Happy to do whatever you want me to do it to.
Ooh,
Do
perfect.
it.
We'll see you guys over there.
I am true.
Patreon.com/dadmepodcast.
See you guys.